Dr. Webb and Dr. Wilkinson, what a dynamic duo they were. Operating on children, kind of changing healthcare in Jacksonville, really at the forefront of the emerging pediatric healthcare system that we all enjoy today. They were both just compassionate and passionate about caring for young children and taking care of their families too. I think they were sort of forerunners of patient and family-centered care, as we call it now.
I would regard these two gentlemen as really champions of children's health care. Dr. Wilkinson goes back, I think it was in the 1960s that he was trained as a pediatric surgeon, and he came to Jacksonville as the first pediatric surgeon, and he began to really develop the field of pediatric surgery. At the time, adult surgeons were doing the surgery, and Dr. Wilkinson knew that the children were not receiving the very best care. One of his first tasks after a few years in practice was to hire Dr. Warner Webb, and they developed a center of excellence, if you will, for children's surgery in Northeast Florida. Dr. Webb became director of surgical services, and he began to develop all of those areas, where Dr. Wilkinson was primarily focused on developing a regional children's health center. These two giants were really the ones who really established this children's health center that we have today, the Wilson Children's Hospital, the Nemours Children's Clinic.
Dr. Webb and Dr. Wilkinson were the first local physicians or surgeons to become a part of the Nemours faculty, and the amount of influence they had over the collaboration and the joining of forces between the Nemours Clinic and the Wilson Children's Hospital is beyond what you would ever have expected. They were really the glue that brought the medical community together. By bringing the two institutions together, all the efforts providing particularly high-tech and subspecialty care to children could be best accomplished in these combined institutions.
Dr. Webb along the way really developed a real love for medically complex children, i.e. the area of spina bifida children. Dr. Wilkinson had a real yearning towards developing and improving the care of children with cancer. You just can't say enough words about Dr. Wilkinson and Webb, because they spent their entire career, entire professional life serving children, improving the lives of children. They truly are champions, and Dr. Wilkinson left us last year, and I think of him every day, and Dr. Webb is still with us, and I think of him every day. But the hundreds of thousands of children that live here, they'll never know the influence that these two men had on their lives.
On behalf of all of the Webb family, particularly Dan, Patrick, Julia, Jay, and me, I want to say thank you for everything you've done for us, the great role model that you've been, and just the moral compass of our family. I'll be forever grateful to have had you in my life, and have also appreciated your friendship with Dr. Wilkinson and his family, who have also been a really integral part of our growing up and our formative years. You guys were the best.
I feel very privileged and honored to have had the opportunity to not only know you, but to work beside you when you led me, not only as an administrator, but you also led me as a wonderful role model for my life, both personally and professionally. So I congratulate you tonight on this wonderful award. I think you should receive this award once a month from my perspective, but congratulations. I'm very, very proud of you and your family tonight.